Sometimes you just want to go fast. Other times you want to upgrade and tweak your car's performance and then go fast. Need for Speed ProStreet falls into the second category, putting a little more realism and meticulous tuning into the series' street racing framework. It makes street racing seem a little more organized and legal by focusing on sponsored events, but should you sponsor EA by plunking down your cash to fulfill the need? ProStreet doesn't so much tell a story as it does set the scene, predicting the future of street racing. Here, racers looking to avoid fines and jail time have come together to create an organized and legal venue for their formerly lawless style of racing. You're Ryan Cooper, a blank slate guy you can't customize. He never talks, but always wears a helmet. There's no real drama or character development here. You just want to become the undisputed Street King. We never thought we'd miss the over-the-top scenes from the last two games, but we do. Loyal Need for Speed fans may be in for a shock. The free run element seen in past installments like Most Wanted and Carbon is gone. To keep everything nice and legal, every event from drag racing to drifting takes place on closed tracks. You could see this as street racing being recognized as legitimate, EA being fearful of lawsuits, or the sport selling out, but it makes for a much more goal-oriented experience. If you just want to chill out and enjoy a nice drive though, this is the wrong game. Whether you're online or off, it's all about multi-event competitions called race days. In career mode, you'll expand your network of available events by dominating every competition you come across. Online, you can customize the number and type of events and challenge other gamers on your own terms. Each race day is made up of several events. These include straight-up grip races, time attacks, sector shootouts where you try to lock down the best time for each point-to-point segment of the track, checkpoint-style speed challenges, drag racing, and drift racing. You need to have a car pre-tuned and ready to go for each event, which means you'll ideally have 3 or 4 cars ready to compete. There's a big focus on tuning, with a lot of options and upgrades available to create custom blueprints for optimal performance and personality. Outside your main stable, it never hurts to have a backup in case you total one of your cars by pushing it just a little too far, because unless you have a repair marker handy, you're going to pay. Even light damage affects performance and can bite into your single race winnings, while heavier damage can be a serious setback. Fear of impact will definitely change the way you race, but you can still get away with a gentle nudge every once in a while. Your primary concerns are managing your speed and finding the right line around the track. Steering is responsive and the feeling of speed is definitely there as you get behind the wheel of more powerful cars. Time attack, grip racing, and sector shootouts are your straight-up race types, while a couple of other events are offered on the side. Drag racing depends on good pre-drag burnout, perfect shifting, and knowing when to hit the nitrous. Drifting presents a careful selection of curves and rewards you for staying on track and maintaining your speed during liquid drifts. And speed challenges are one-way checkpoint runs where you can build up ridiculous amounts of speed. Dominating a race day with repeated wins can net you a new ride or a chunk of cash. The game will test your racing skills and reward you for skilled driving, but this dominate-or-go-home nature can turn ProStreet into a bit of a grind, especially when you notice that anytime you upgrade your machine, opponents mysteriously start driving a little better and shaving seconds off their times. ProStreet looks good, but it's definitely not the hottest whip on the block. Some of the trackside objects have some pretty awful textures, and overall, the series has taken a step backwards in this regard. Because the game is set entirely on racetracks, there's not much visual variety either. The cars themselves look nice enough, but the courses they drive around are just bland. The game loses another bit of street cred by not including replays, falling short of a long-established genre standard. Need for Speed has changed, but the formula hasn't been wrecked. If you're driven enough to continually set your sights on higher and higher goals, this could be your kind of game. Having to cover the damage done to your cars gives playing the game a sense of desperation, and multiple event types mix things up. Even so, Need for Speed Pro Street doesn't quite have enough meat to cover its bones and is best suited for players who are in for the challenge, not the big crashes.